Let's dig into just a little bit, what is heat? Heat is thermal energy. It is molecules moving, and the more they move, the more heat energy there is. And when we talk about heating and cooling, we are talking about adding heat energy or taking away heat energy. So temperature is the average energy of these molecules as they're moving around. And we measure that in degrees Fahrenheit or degrees Celsius. Heat is not temperature. Heat, to be precise, is energy that is flowing as a result of a temperature difference. So hot to cold. Heat flows from hot to cold. We measure heat in BTUs, that stands for British Thermal Unit. And if you want to get a sense of how much is a BTU, burning one wooden matchstick is about 1 PTU of energy. It is, more specifically, the amount of energy required to raise the temperature of 1 pound of water 1 degree Fahrenheit. So you can see this is not the metric system. I'm going to skip over this and mention that heat is energy that is flowing as a result of a temperature difference. And you could think of high and low water as an analogy. So heat energy, heat flows from hot to cold. Hot to cold. It flows from higher temperature to lower temperature. To be precise, you don't flow from more heat to less heat. You flow from higher temperature to lower temperature. Hot to cold. Hot to cold. And you cannot have heat flowing from cold to hot, and there's no such thing as adding coolness to something. There's only heat, more heat or less heat. An absolute absence of heat is absolute zero. Above absolute zero, there's some heat, and so we're always talking about, are we adding heat or are we taking away heat? Cool is not a thing. And it's interesting to think about this comparison with water, or with voltage for that matter. So heat is energy that is flowing as a result of a temperature difference. Water flows through a pipe as a result of a pressure difference. Current flows through a wire as a result of a voltage difference. So it's always a difference in something that causes heat to flow. And when we transfer this heat energy, we can use water or we can use air. And we've seen that when we looked at some of our mechanical systems in buildings, our heating and cooling systems. In the next set of slides, we'll look at what are the heat transfer mechanisms.